Here in this code sample we have a simple web page, and the web page includes an input element type text that presents the text blah 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 blah, and as the attribute style for specifying its CSS style. We also have the data list control for displaying data, and the data list control is populated with data when the page load function is executed. When page load function is executed, then we create a data table object that holds, encapsulates the whole data, and the data we are dealing here is the key value pairs of the CSS style that applies for this specific input type equals text control. If you check the design, we are dealing with the CSS key value pairs that apply on this blah 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 input text field. So when the page load function is executed, we go over all key value pairs that represent the CSS key value values, and we take those CSS key value pairs and add them as rows to the data table object. We have each row in the data table object as two values according to the definition of the data table object we are using. The two values each row has are of the type string, and each one of them also has a name we can use in our code. We choose the names. It can be anything. In this code sample, I chose CSS attribute name, CSS attribute value. This is the key, this is the value. So we iterate those CSS key value pairs and add them as new rows to the data table object we have. Once completed, we connect the data view object, an object that we can see how it encapsulates the entire data table. We connect the data view object with the data list in our web page. The data list, its ID, its name is our list, which means that there is a property that its name is our list, and when we refer the data source property of the object our list holds its reference, we can take the data view object and put it connected with the data list control in our web page. Doing so, and then also calling the data bind function in order to bind between the two, we shall get eventually a data list object, a data list control on screen that has rows, and each row, each item holds data according to this expression, which looks like this.